guys, it's your girl JD. I'm sitting here with my sidekick Diggy and Izzy from the morning show. Before we went on to the music break, we were talking about my practicing. I don't like calling it witchcraft. It's more spirituality. I work, with the chakras and that kind of thing.
Yeah, this is the segment where you get to know your crazy host, and
I mean, there might around town, but
it's good crazy. It's good crazy.
But I was talking about war water, and it's something. War water is something you got to really know what you're doing if you're working with it, because if you get any of that water on you, it's really easy to jinx yourself up. But I was making the Star War water, and so one of the ingredients called for coffin nails. And now this is probably one of the blondest moments I've ever had in my entire life. So I'm like, oh, okay, where do I get some coffin nails? So I get on Google and, okay, where do I get coffin nails? And it took me to this girl's Etsy shop. And it said hand-forged coffin nails. Well, my silly brains thought or read it as hand-foraged, foraging for berries.
I was more under the impression you had to dig up a casket in a graveyard in the middle of the night.
That's what I was thinking.
Normal people would think that way, but my silly ass. So I literally, shit you not, got a basket, went to the oldest cemetery where I know what it was, and I started walking around looking for hand-foraged nails. And I'm there for a good 30 minutes with this basket. Because I'm not finding any coffin nails, and I literally stopped dead in my tracks, and I realized hand forged, like in a forge, like a knife.
How old were you when you did this?
This was like last month.
Okay. If you want the truth, it was like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I'll tell you what, I don't think I've ever laughed. And I was all alone, it was just me, and I don't think I've ever just stood there and laughed at myself so hard in my entire life. Like, I was literally out there with a basket looking for coffin nails, as if somehow they were going to rise up out of the ground.
They were in a bush,
all rusty and perfect for my war water. And I settled for.
I got a witchcraft question.
Mm-hmm.
Is a burning bush real?
Yes, that can happen. It's the odds, honestly, of any of us seeing that is slim to none, though.
I think there's only one recorded in history. I think it's in the Bible, isn't it?
That's what I was thinking. But I don't know. There's going to be somebody in the chat. It's going to be like, oh, I saw one like 2 weeks ago and got a picture of it in a video.
Right. I mean, a little bit of
if your bush is burning, you might want to see a doctor, guys.
Yeah. I mean, and then again, nowadays, who the hell's got a bush anymore? I mean, shit.
Yeah.
That's who.
hey, my ex-wife, she worked at, she was a lawyer, and they were moving into their new law firm, right? And they were closing the other one down, and that law firm had been there since the 60s, right? Well, they were cleaning out some old desks, and there were some old Playboys in there from like the 60s and 70s. And all these lawyers were looking at them going, oh my God, look at the hair on this beaver, blah, 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 blah. And she come home and was telling me about it. And she's like, how did women do it back then? How did they secure it down to where it wasn't popping out on each side? I'm just like
didn't.
Yeah.
They just didn't. I remember being a little kid with those era women. And they would be at swimming pool and stuff, and it'd be,
Well, women in the United States used to not shave their armpits.
I know, they used to own that shit too.
Yeah, who got the hairiest? I'm like, God damn,
yeah.
Thank God I wasn't in that era. Okay.
Well, the hair and body hair, that can also be, reference back to spirituality. Our hair we can pick up frequencies with our hair, so maybe they were just trying to pick up other frequencies.
Like a radio station, or
I just think the Bit Corporation hadn't been fully developed yet. You know what I'm saying? So
no, I'm making a joke.
Yeah. Hey,
that was a mom joke.
Do you remember the landing, like the little landing strip, like the little Dorito chip phase? Remember when girls used to do that?
Well, there was that, and then girls would shave their stuff into the bush into a little heart. There's girls that still do that.
So,
I
so
remember
gross,
doing that.
but
Yeah.
they did it though. They did that shit.
Yeah, I remember doing that with my high school sweetheart.
I like it to be all just like a seal. You know what I mean?
But-
Without a
But I'll tell you this, there was a porn star who one of her tits, okay, I can't remember the girl's name. Somebody will bring it up in the instant chat. Her areola was kind of in the shape of a heart. And so she went to Black Pearl in St. Louis that did Mike Tyson's tattoo. And they did a good job. They made her other areola look the same. So her areolas look like hearts. You want to talk about one girl doing it and thousands on top, thousands of girls following that trend.
Really?
Oh, yeah, that was a serious thing. And, you know, I remember this girl showed me her tits at spring break, and she goes, look, they're little hearts. And I'm like,
Wow.
now you got me, you know. I always say, you see one tit, you seen them all, you know.
It was bumpy as hell. I like the more bumps, the better, dog. Big and bumpy.
You know, so, I mean, you know, everybody asks me, or, you know, girls ask me, are you a tit guy, you an ass guy, you a feet guy? Bitch, you gotta need to have the whole package.
Yeah.
And you gotta have a personality. You know, if I'm fucking you, I want a personality. But nowadays, it's not that I'm picky, it's that I think nowadays with sexual content with people, there's so much weird disease out there that people really want to kind of get to know. And girls are stingy with the pussy. I mean, girls are worse than the guys nowadays. Because a girl will get on some dating app and just find a guy to bang him and just stop talking to him.
Right.
Yeah.
That's very true, yeah.
So, I mean, and that's just how dating is nowadays. And, you know, it's...
Social media kind of fucks shit up.
Yeah, you said that last week. Social media screwed up everything. Well, death do us part in a marriage isn't the same as our grandparents. Hell, you don't put the cat back on the toothpaste right, hell, they're moving out.
Yeah. They're so finicky nowadays, so sensitive.
Yeah, so, I mean, I look at it like this. Since my last breakup, which was the oddest breakup I've ever seen in my life, but cool, we're cool. I've realized I'm not dating material. I'm just a good time.
You can't say that.
Ladies, man.
No, I'm just a good time. Everybody sees me with these girls, and then my mom even asked me, it's like, so who's the flavor of the week? And I know to stay away from the redheaded girls, man. They're wild and they're nutty.
Oh, redheads go crazy. Yeah.
They end up making some war water and throwing a black cat in my house or something. Where'd the cat come from?
They're areolas.
It's always a cool one.
Yeah, they got the areolas, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah, so I had a friend that was a gender in high school, and she, you couldn't even hardly see her areolas. They were like the same color as her skin.
Yeah, and that's true that they blend in, you know.
Yeah,
My favorite thing is we're talking about a landing strip. There was a particular girl, was redhead, had a landing strip, and I went to go down on her, and it clicked in my head, does the carpet matches the drapes? And I started busting out laughing, and she's like, is there something wrong with my pussy? And then she's like, I don't want to have sex. I'm like, oh my God, like I was right there. It's like on the tip of my tongue. But I was more like, damn, that is red as fuck.
Yeah, she has probably been self-conscious about that ever since.
Yeah, it's like, ma'am, are you in pain right now?
Well, what's funny is the girl was a brunette, so she dyed her hair. She didn't like being a redhead, so she dyed it brunette, but she had a red landing strip.
Well, that's on her. That's on her, though.
So I was kind of confused, got the legs up in the air, and we're like, what the fuck is going on here? I started laughing. Well,
wasn't expecting that,
yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Ruined that fucking deal. So,
yeah,
the crazy things that are talked about on the afternoon show. So, yeah, if you like the content, please tune into the morning show. It's a lot more wilder.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, you got some more seasoned, cast and that kind of thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but in car news right now, shit. I mean, we were talking about the Bugatti, how Tom Cruise cannot buy one now.
Yeah, I was showing Judy that video right before we came. Yeah, right.
door, correct? Am I wrong?
He was at a red carpet event, and he went to be a gentleman and opened the door for this girl, right? And for some reason, the door was jammed and it wouldn't open. Now we're talking about a $2 million car and the damn door won't open. And so he's yanking on it and all this. Well, a bunch of paparazzi filmed it. Bugatti got wind of it and put him on a blacklist that he's not allowed to buy one.
That's crazy. I also saw that Bugatti I thought they said tires. The tires need to be changed every 3 months, no matter what, or some shit. Like,
yeah, they have a service deal where, and people have said, "Oh, it costs $20,000 doing an oil change." When they do the servicing, they don't just change your oil; they change all kinds of shit.
Okay, well then that's a little bit more reasonable. I feel like though, with all the charges and all the shit, they should be paying you to drive that fucking car. That is fucking crazy. It's a lot of shit to worry about.
Well, and the thing is, you can't just go into a Bugatti dealership and be like, "I want to buy this." Their thing is they're handcrafted and they find you.
Yeah.
Okay, Izzy, you're a lot more car savvy than me. I got a question. I've heard, and this is probably wrong. I don't know, but I've heard from several people that Bugattis aren't that great. Like, it's like one of those things where, yeah, they're expensive. It's kind of like a social status thing, but they're really, as far as cars go, they're kind of shitty. Is that true or no?
Well, I've never owned one, but I did get offered to buy one.
Okay.
But I passed on it. Because I've owned Lambos to Ferraris to everything, right? Now, I got offered to buy a Bugatti. They loaned me one for a week. There was more guys turning their heads. It was like, "Oh my God, you got a supercar, you got a Bugatti." Girls could give a fuck less. I could take my 97 S10 that's body dropped on bags, on 22s, and pick up more pussy than this car.
Right.
So that was my deciding factor of why I don't want to buy one and put it in my collection. I've had Lamborghinis, Ferraris, all kinds of fucking badass cars. But to me, they're quick. I mean, they are fast, but it's like riding in a damn go-kart, you know?
And this is my opinion. If you like them, you like them. If you love them, you love them. I think they're kind of ugly, personally.
Some of them are kind of ugly, especially the way that if you put them in a wind tunnel, you'll be fucking surprised how much they cut the air.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what it is.
Well, on that, guys, we probably ought to start wrapping this up. And we've got, don't forget to tune in the morning with Izzy.
Yep.
This is Katie Lane on the afternoon morning show. Listen to me getting flustered. No, this is your girl JD Lane, guys. And I got my sidekick Diggy here and Izzy, and tune in tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be doing more crazy shit in the afternoon. I'll probably stop by tomorrow, so.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Like, I ain't got shit to do. I'm supposed to be doing other shit, but like I keep stopping in the studio, and they keep having me record. Because there's different people coming in for the new morning show, and they doing recordings and promo spots, and then working with marketing and advertising stuff, and how they're gonna do it, and then. It's pretty cool. You guys are going to be starting to see a lot of this. But yeah, on New Year's, make sure to tune in. The countdown, we start at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time till when that ball drops. And it's a new year with Steinland 2025. A lot of the radio people, different hosts, and some new hosts are going to be on there. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be some prizes. There's going to be some giveaways. One more thing I want to mention. We appreciate all you guys in the live chat. We're going to get to more reading some of your comments. And we'll probably do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget to tune in, guys. Sorry, I blame it on the ADHD. Sorry, guys. My mind just went blank just then. But yeah, we'll be here tomorrow, Tuesday. Today's Monday. We'll be here tomorrow, here for you guys in the afternoon.